Today's update video, I will be talking about this next breakout which we are about to be getting, because I am currently seeing some signals happening in the market as we're speaking, which is telling us something about that next big move on Bitcoin. So in today's update video, I will be answering the question, will Bitcoin actually go higher? When is it happening? And more importantly, how am I going to be trading this with my exact Bitcoin long position? So without any further ado, don't forget to slap that like button on today's update video. And with that being said, let me jump straight away inwards. So Bitcoin has been going sideways for over 100 days in a row right now, and things are getting very boring. And many people are asking me, Rover, what are you going to be doing with your trade? Rover, when are you going to be opening up your next long position? If you want to be knowing more about what next position I will be taking, because I show every single step on how I'm taking these trades here on the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for that, because yes, if you're watching the videos daily, you will be exactly knowing when I'm going to be opening up a new trade. But currently Bitcoin has been going sideways for over 100 days in a row, and like we can see from these previous consolidation phases, I think that right now it is likely to say that currently we are at the end stage of this massive consolidation below all-time high. And this consolidation which we're currently sitting in is, in my opinion, quite bullish, because the consolidation which we're currently having is exactly below all-time high. And you can see actually that if we're looking at the 2-week time frame, is that this consolidation is actually happening above the all-time high if we're going to be approaching it from the 2-week candle perspective, because we're trading higher than the previous bull market candle closes, and we're actually currently seeing a major retest from this previous resistance currently flipping into support. And while this all is happening in the background, we're seeing a major shift happening, because last week was actually quite massive, while many people were not paying attention towards this, because we had the best week on the spot Bitcoin ETF flows. To be exact, last week we saw more than $1.8 billion worth of spot Bitcoin ETF inflows. And this literally means is that the smart money bought more than $1.8 billion worth of Bitcoin. Yes, you hear me correctly. They bought $1.8 billion worth of Bitcoin in just 1 week. And to be exact, they're currently holding more than 5% of the total supply of all Bitcoins. And considering the fact that around 20% of all the Bitcoin in circulation is already lost forever, only 75% is left tradable, since there's so much Bitcoin getting bought by these ETFs. And also, if you just think about it, the ETFs have only been live for 5 months right now here. What is it going to be doing in the coming 5 months, or like the last 6 months of the year, or just in the bigger perspective, what is it going to be doing in the coming 10 years? Bitcoin and crypto is here to stay, especially due to the fact that we have these ETFs, and these inflows only make it more and more clear that we are at the starting phase of a next exponential run towards the upside. So when is the next move happening? We're not quite sure yet exactly whenever it's going to be happening, but one thing is certain, the smart money is currently buying. And if I'm currently looking at the 3-day MACD, we can see that a massive signal is flashing. And the last time that this signal has flashed, we've seen that Bitcoin created a massive rally towards the upside. And the time before that we had that bullish MACD crossover, we also saw a massive rally towards the upside. So we are once again right now at the starting phase of a next rally towards the upside, and the charts are once again telling us this, so don't get fooled by it. And honestly as well, in this bull market, one of the reasons why I opened my trade here that is currently in a profit of about $160,000 and will probably be much more in the future is because I was looking at this cycle, and in this cycle it looks to be that 20 to 23% corrections is the new standard for this bull market. So whenever we're going to get a 20 to 23% correction in this bull market, I'm going to be heavily longing it once again, just like I did in this previous dip right here. And I told this to everyone out there who is watching my channel on this part in the market right here, and everyone who did join me with my long position is currently in massive profits. So congratulations to everyone who did join me over there. But in this bull market, it looks to be that the new standard is going to be 20 to 23% corrections. So let's say on the next rally to $100,000, we see a 20% correction. I'm once again massively going to be longing Bitcoin. And I believe that we're currently still at the beginning stage of the cycle, because if we're looking at the total new retail views on YouTube, which is telling us something about the market sentiment, we have not even seen highs close towards the previous bull run. So yeah, we are really just getting started on what is happening right now for Bitcoin. We're really seeing that not a lot of new retail people are really joining the space. Well, in fact, in the background, we're still seeing the number of addresses on Bitcoin getting created is still massively growing. So the network is becoming bigger, and so does the price increase as well. And Fidelity also released this adoption curve regarding to Bitcoin, and they believe that we're currently still at the starting phase of the adoption of Bitcoin, and that the most exponential adoption is still yet to come. And personally, I do also really believe that, and Fidelity is one of the largest ETFs out there. They're currently owning over 170,000 Bitcoin, and they are a very large-scale ETF in the US market. So yeah, I am really taking them seriously, and just looking at the fact on how much Bitcoin they are buying on a daily basis, it just gets myself super excited. And if we're going to be looking to the fact, when is Bitcoin actually going to create new all-time highs? We're going to be looking at the last cycle. If we're going to be comparing it, we think that it is probably going to be happening in the coming 2 to 4 weeks ahead of ourselves, because realistically speaking, the Bitcoin halving is always a very good indication on when the next Bitcoin bull market is actually starting. And usually in approximately 10 weeks after the Bitcoin halving, we tend to see the big initial spike towards the upside. We're going to be looking at approximately the start of this rally starting in the midpoint of June. So that is approximately a week out from now on. So we're expecting that the next Bitcoin bull market run up could get started any moment right now. And if we're going to be having another great week on spot Bitcoin ETF flows, just like we had last week, we could be in for a very significant rally higher. And considering the fact that currently we're just retesting the previous all-time high, I think the chart is primed to be going higher. And if you're looking at the quarterly chart, you can see that Bitcoin is just looking immensely bullish. And if you look at this chart, I don't really think that I'm seeing a reason to be all too bearish on Bitcoin. I mean, fundamentally speaking, Bitcoin is sitting at an all-time high, and looking at the chart, it is primed to be going much higher than this. So yeah, this was definitely a different kind of video I do normally. If you did enjoy this video, let me know in the comment section down below. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.